Hello, my name is Ebony S. And I am an author, a creative, a purpose enthusiast. Yes, I made that up. A purpose enthusiast who challenges women to wake up and walk in their God-given purpose on purpose. How do I do that? Listen, I do this through my book, published books, journals, coaching, private events, the She Woke Up web series, which you guys have been tuning in faithfully every Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. And I'm so very grateful, even for those who are just catching the replay. So grateful for the comments, for the love, for the shares, for the stories, the testimonies of how it's impacting your lives. And so thank you so much for supporting faithfully and consistently. And yes, it will be back. Next Tuesday at 7:30, we'll come back off of this season break, and we will close out the series with 4 more episodes. We're going to end it a little different, where we'll do 2 episodes a week. They will air on Tuesday and they will air on Thursday. So listen, the last 2 weeks are going to be jam-packed with She Woke Up broadcast. I'm so excited about it. And then there will be a surprise finale ending that I'm just not going to tell you about yet. But why am I on here today? Well, I have been interviewing people since even last season, and I have not necessarily shared where this came from, why I'm doing this, who I am. You guys have kind of interacted with me as you've learned about me as I interacted with other guests with their stories, and I've interjected and I've gone in and said some things. But today I'm just going to take a little bit of time so you can get to know me. Get to know me. And so where did She Woke Up come from? Now listen, those of you who have followed me and have watched season 1 and now watching season 2, you know the story. You've heard it 1,000 times. I probably can tell you to put it in the chat because you know exactly where this concept derived from. You know who helped bring it to pass. She was on the first episode of season 1, and she was on an episode this season as well. But the She Woke Up concept actually was longer. She woke up dreaming and realized she could have it all. And so my idea about this is, for a very, very, very long time, okay, I'm going to tell my age. I will be 39 this year. Okay. And for a very long time, I slept on myself. I compared myself to other people. I didn't think, I had great ideas. My mind had always worked in creative ways, but I did not have the boldness to step out and do it, the boldness to create. Now I could help other people create, but I didn't have the boldness to create on my own. And so it took years for that confidence to build up by first me pressing in and having a true relationship with God for myself. And that's when He showed me who I was, and it scared me, y'all. I saw myself standing on platforms. Have I done that yet? No. I saw myself standing on platforms. I saw myself ministering to women. I saw myself speaking into the lives of women that were older and younger. Okay? I saw myself freely walking across stages and speaking from the depths of my soul. That scared the living daylights out of me. I had that vision when I was in high school. Okay. So fast forward to after college, after having a baby, after getting married. I'm still serving and supporting other people, helping other people build, helping other people create legacy, helping other people build their vision, their dreams, help them in a supportive role. Okay. And I know there are other people that are out here. Now, there is a time that we are supposed to support other people. Then there are times that we are supposed to step out and we are supposed to use the gifts that God has given us. And so it took me years to do that. And I did that with my very first book, In His Eyes, I Am Enough. It is a 21-day devotional. And it talks about building the confidence. It speaks to affirmations. We know affirmations are so very important. I have tons of affirmations that I use, and I speak into my life, and I speak over my children. I speak over my husband. I speak over my family because, and you've heard me say this in other episodes, we are natural creators. The word tells us that life and death are in the power of our tongue. And so if we can speak life and life happens, if we can speak against something and it causes things to die, and understand that works in both ways. I realized that there were times that I was speaking life over my business and over my family and over my mental and my spiritual. But then I would come behind it and be frustrated and let other words creep out of my mouth that counteracted what I said in the beginning. How many of us do that? I mean, let's be honest. All right, put your hand up. Raise it. Yeah. It's fine. Because it happens. But the best part about it all is when you realize what's happening and you know what is going on, you can counteract it. Okay. And so through my In His Eyes, I Am Enough, I learned that I am strong. I am powerful. I am resilient. I am enough. I am a glory carrier. I am a carrier of the glory of God. That means I can be used by Him, and it can be effective, and it can bring Him glory and ultimately bring me the victory. We already win. The Bible tells us that. We know that we are overcomers by the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimony. It's so many times that when I was writing the book, In His Eyes, I Am Enough, oh my gosh, I had to live every single thing that I wrote. I don't know about y'all, but this calling that I have on my life, I literally have, when I'm writing, when I'm developing, I literally live everything I write about. And so I had to know, in order for me to know that I am enough, I had to know what it felt like to not feel like I was. There were times that I suffered with low self-esteem. I told you I compared myself. Oh my gosh, even not just in my creativity, but even in my singing voice. Oh my gosh, I don't sound like everyone else. And so because of that, I didn't want to do it. You know, I learned that my gifts and callings are unique to me. And that's the same for you. Your gifts, your callings, your purpose, the plan that God has already had, that He has already predestined before you even were dropped here on this earth. They are unique to you. There is a specific thing that only your thumbprint can unlock. And so there are things that you're holding on to and that you're not moving into because of various reasons. And it may not be identity like I struggle with. It may not be comparison, but whatever those things that is whatever it is that's holding you back, let it go, because there are lives depending on you. I also spoke about this in one of the episodes. Last season, we had a guest on by the name of Tina Moore. And she is an amazing confidence coach. Like, her presence commands attention. She is amazing at what she does. She invokes you into action. Okay. And so I used to watch an episode. Well, not one episode, but every time I watched Rise and Shine with Tina B, she was speaking directly to me, and she would speak and she would say, There are people waiting on you. How long are you going to make them wait? And I would be like, oh, Lord. And so I want you to know the same thing. There are people waiting on you. And how long are you going to make them wait? I used an analogy in one of the recordings that I did for my journal line that's coming out, Dream Pad. I'll talk about that in a little bit later. But I did a recording for that one. And I was talking about the purpose that you possess and you carry, and how long are you going to make them wait? But I wanted to give you a visual. And so I gave the example of you being a first responder. Whatever you have, the call that you have on your life, someone is in dire and desperate need of it. And God entrusted you with that specific thing. Okay? So let's get that now. God gave you a gift, a talent, a word, a song, an encouragement that you were supposed to place into a book, but you didn't do it yet. How long are you going to make them wait? Here's the visual. First responders get there and you never know what you need to be prepared for. And I love cop shows. I love Chicago PD, Med. I'm a Grey's Anatomy. Like, I love that. And so you see these people are in Rescue 911. You got all these different shows that the first responders can't come in a panic. They have to come in because they have prepared for all these different scenarios, that when they get on the scene, they can perform, and not only perform at minimal, but they are performing to maximal capacity and are able to save lives. And what happens if, now this is what I want you guys to see, get this visual. You are the first responder. There is someone that has been hit and they are lying there bleeding out. Okay? Get this visual. Okay? They are lying there bleeding out. You get the call to go to the scene. There's a way that you can get there in under 2 minutes, but you take the scenic route. That takes about 15 minutes. That person that is waiting for you, they need exactly what you have, is laying there. And because you decided to take your time, you decided to take the scenic route, you decided that what you carried may not be good enough, that you decided, oh, someone else will take care of it. They're lying there bleeding out. How many people are waiting on what you have to offer? I don't know about you. That's good, because that's good to me. I have to tell myself that when I get tired, when I get frustrated, when I don't see the progress growing as fast as I think it should, I am not in a competition or a race with anyone else. I am walking this path that God has already set before me, because the steps of a righteous man are ordered by the Lord. And if I am righteous, I'm a righteous man, then I am understanding that every step that I take should be towards purpose. And if I'm not taking one towards purpose, it's away from it. And now those lives that are depending on me are being held up because I'm going in the opposite direction. Now, don't get me wrong. The Lord ain't gonna allow somebody just to stay bleeding out because you just won't show up. There'll be another ambulance. There'll be another first responder that will show up and perform the task that you were supposed to. And then you'll have to sit there and look and see that somebody else is operating where you were supposed to, but because you, for whatever reason, decided to stay still. And so I want to challenge you to walk in your purpose. Like, that's one of the things I say in every broadcast. Walk in purpose on purpose. I want you to be intentional about the call, the gifts, the talents, the business, the words, whatever it is that God is telling you to say and do, whatever thing is pulling at you and won't let you rest, I want you to be intentional about developing that gift, developing that thing, and know that it's necessary. It's needed. You are needed. Okay. So I decided this season should come back when I got a spanking by the Lord. I told you guys in a couple of episodes that I was frustrated about a couple of different things. And the Lord took me to Psalms 81 and 10. And it says, I am the Lord your God who brought you out of Egypt. Okay, that right there in itself reminds you that Egypt is a place of bondage. It is not a place of freedom. It is not a place of plenty. It's a place of slavery, a place that you cannot get out on your own. Because remember, the scripture said, I am the Lord your God who brought you up out of Egypt. So you needed him to get out of it. He then says, open your mouth wide and I will fill it. And God challenged me to be obedient and not stifle and push down the gift that he has told me. He told me to open my mouth wide, and he promised me in his word, because we know that he's not a man that he should lie, that he would fill it. And out of the obedience of that, I was challenged to start season 2 of She Woke Up. That's where this came from, because I was not gonna do it. I kept procrastinating. Okay, I had folks laying on the side of the road bleeding out. Okay, listen, when I tell you these analogies, I'm talking to me too. I was that person that was like, oh, other people are doing it. It's okay. Oh, I'll get to it. You know, life happens, you get busy. But you need to prioritize the things that God has given you, because those gifts and talents that he's placed on the inside of you are unique to you. He has actually said, when he crafted and created you, I know that this gift, filling your name, is for me. I know that this is for them. I know that they can deliver this thing like nobody else. I know that they can leave a mark like no one else. And I assign this to them because I trust them with this. God trusts you with the things that are on the inside of you, with the books, with the voice, with the influence, with your family, with your business, with your clients. He trusts you with them. And he also said in his word, again, Psalms 81 and 10, he says, open your mouth wide and I will fill it. So he has already said, if you are obedient, look, I'm going to pull you out of what you were in, that you could not even get yourself out of. And when you do that, you are going to be so grateful to me that you are going to open your mouth wide. And now, even though I've delivered you from that thing, even though I've saved you from that thing, I am then going to fill you with every single thing that you need to be effective. That right there is something great. And so I've listened to many women that came on so far this season. And again, I have a couple more that are coming on. And I've listened to them talk about their story, talk about their unique outlook, talk about their journey to where they are and how they stay awake. Because it's many times that we can wake up and we don't stay up. We get back in the bed, we lay back down, we pull the covers over our head, and we don't move. And so listening to the testimonies, because again, we overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimony, listening to the testimonies of the people that were on this season so far should have provoked you into action, should have fueled you to get up and stay awake, to pursue your purpose at all costs. To be intentional about your purpose, to speak over your life, to call in. And one of the things that I've been speaking over this year is divine connections. No more do I want, no longer do I just want random people in my life taking up space. I don't know about y'all. I don't know. Give me a thumbs up, give me a heart, give me something. I don't know what it is that you guys are believing God for, but understand that just like Bishop Jake said through a couple of messages that I listened to, you have gone as far as you can by yourself. Connection is necessary. Divine connection is necessary. Let's even think about Jesus when he walked on the earth. He didn't do these things alone. He had people that were on with the same purpose, the same mission, that bought into his vision, that bought into his plan. And not only did they do that, but they did it with intention, and they understood connection. Connection is so important. Connection can get you into places that your education cannot. Okay? Divine connections can set you up on platforms that you couldn't have gotten there on your own, but out of the obedience about bringing people into your life and letting go of the dead weight, things that are weighing you down, that in itself is a blessing. And understanding that God loves you so much that he's going to join the right people to your purpose and to get you to the place that he wants you to be in. And also, one of the other things that I had to realize was and I talked about it a little bit earlier, my measuring tool is not other people. My plan is different. My purpose is different. Everything is different about me. And that is the same thing about you. Your purpose, your plan, your call, your gifts. Me and you could do the exact same. We could have the same idea. Again, I'm launching a journal line. It's coming, y'all. DreamPad is coming. And if you are interested, again, here's a little plug. If you are interested in that, definitely take the time to download my free copy of Dream Awake. When you download that copy, you'll also get the opportunity to be on the email list, and you'll know when it's dropping. It's dropping real soon, okay? And I'm so excited about it. But there are so many things that you can do, and even if someone else is doing the same, something similar, it does not mean you stop, because there's a unique thumbprint. There's a unique print that you have that only you can give. And so I want you to understand that you are strong, you are courageous, you are bold enough to operate in the plans and the calling that God has placed over your life. One of the things that I have been doing is I listen to things. I listen to messages. I listen to books. I listen to podcasts. I love to absorb knowledge. And if you're going to be a business owner, if you're going to do anything great in this world, you need to read. Okay, you need to be a reader. If you don't like to read a physical book, download Audible, get you some books. You can even go on YouTube. There are free books up there. Listen, because that's how you expand your knowledge base. But I wanted to make sure that I was positioning myself so that when God says, now is the time, I am ready. So I've been preparing myself for my next. I've been preparing myself to be in these rooms that I couldn't even imagine. I've been preparing myself to be on these platforms, not for me to get the glory, because trust me, my insides be turning, people. Listen, I don't know about y'all. My insides turning when I have to do things. But I don't stand in my own strength. I stand in the strength of God. And with that, I know that I can do all things because the greater one lives on the inside of me. And so I want you guys to take the time to focus on what it is that you're doing. Focus in on a task that the Lord has asked you to do. Be intentional about that thing and watch him breathe on it. And when he breathes on it, it's going to ignite something on the inside of you, and you're not going to want to stop. You're going to want to keep going. You're going to want to keep pressing forward because you are worth it. You are needed. You are necessary. You are valuable. You are an asset of the kingdom of God. You are an extension of the Lord. And so when you commit your ways to him, he will establish not just you, but your thoughts. We know that as a man thinketh, so is he. And so God gets in our thought processes, and he revolutionizes our mind, and he transforms the way that we're thinking so that we can operate from a kingdom perspective and not from ours. And so one of the things that I am doing now is I am, like I said, launching my journal line. I'm launching Dream Pad. It's called Capturing Your Dreams One Page at a Time. I have been meeting with some amazing women because I've been doing collaborations every single Tuesday after DreamPad launches. There will be a new journal release. Not all will be solely me. I have been meeting and having some great meetings with some women that are going to join forces with me, and we are going to produce a quality journal that does not just pages for you to write in, but provokes you into action. Okay, so again, definitely in the below you will see a link for you to click on there, download my copy of Dream Awake, and when you download that copy, you get added to the email list, and you will be privy to all of these things that are coming up. What else is being released? I have a devotional that, again, you can go back and get, In His Eyes I Am Enough. I have another devotional that will launch on my site as well, called A Purposeful Start. How many of us know that morning routines are so key? It's giving your day a direction to go in is key. So why not start your day with the Lord? And it doesn't have to be, and for those who say, oh my gosh, I don't have the time, you really don't have the time not to do that. Because it's when you start your day with intention, and when you start your day with purpose, and before the presence of God, He prepares you for everything that you're going to face that day. You gain your strength there. And so with a purposeful start, you can read the devotion within under 5 minutes or less. And then there's a question and a prayer. That's something else that's good for you. And so next Tuesday, my website, Ebony S. Bailey, will launch, and all of these things will be there. There will be some free resources. There will be some free downloadables. There will be, just come back here next Tuesday. Come back here next Tuesday to check it out. I'm so excited about what God is doing in my life, and not just in mine, but in yours. As you link up again with the right people, the divine connections, watch God. You link up with divine connections, Him first, and then He will lead and guide you into the right people that are supposed to be with you on this journey. And so listen, I'm so proud of you for even taking the time to invest in your purpose, invest in your gift, invest in your calling. Know that everything that you do, God is breathing on it when you are in right standing with Him. And so Again, I just wanted to jump on here, say a few little things to you, say thank you for watching the She Woke Up broadcast. Thank you so much for supporting me and in my endeavors and my businesses and my launches. There are so many pieces that I did not share yet that will be coming. The publishing company that we have actually launched this year, and we've been doing content writing. So if you are in need of content writing for websites, if you're needing of a ghostwriter, things of that sort, we got you covered. Purposely Booked, which is an extension of Premier BMS, now offers the publishing services. And so we are actively working with clients for content writing. If you're looking to develop a book, if you're looking to develop a journal, any of that, we got it. So you can go to the website, you can go to Premier BMS and /publishing, and you can then learn more about our publishing services. And so thank you again. I'm not going to hold you hostage tonight. Thank you so much for jumping on here with me, just to hear my heart and to hear a little bit about what it is that I'm doing and where this stuff came from. I'm so excited about what God is doing in this season, and I believe that through this broadcast, more people will come into the knowledge of who Christ is and how he sees them through his eyes. You guys have a great evening, and remember to walk in purpose on purpose. Come back next Tuesday, because we will kick back off with the She Woke Up broadcast, and we are going to do double work. We are going to do 2 episodes next week. We are going to do Tuesday and we are going to do Thursday. Super excited about it. But again, thank you so much. You guys have a great night, and talk to you soon.